Hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Let me make sure that I'm on live here. Hope you all can hear me. Let me just check. And I'll wait just for a few minutes, let everybody jump on this beautiful Monday morning. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Take that out so I can hear. Happy Monday. Okay, we're good to go. Awesome. And let me share this with my group. Give me a second. I'm going to share. Hello. Peace, everyone. Welcome. We're going to be talking about dental health today, just for a little bit. Hi. Wait, I'm going to tag a few people in this post that were asking about, a few people asked about my experience with getting this dental amalgam filling out. And let's see, who are they? I'm going to tag them in this post so they can watch. And we're going to get started. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome. All right. Hey, Terrion. All right. So we're going to be talking about this experience that I had with going to a holistic dentist. And my appointment was on Friday. Friday was a huge, big, busy day for us. But we went on Friday to the DC dentist. And let me share with you DC dentist. If y'all are in the DC DMV area, you must check out DC dentist. Dr. Victor, okay, voted best dentist in the DC area. DC dentist, check them out. He is amazing. Hey, Roxana, he is amazing. He, and I'm gonna tell you about the experience that I had going there with him. I had no idea. I mean, no one recommended me to him. I basically looked up, I wanted to have a holistic dentist, okay? And this is a perfect example here of me being very, like, I don't have a doctor, a medical doctor. Me being very self-independent when it comes to my health. I'm not saying that I can do any and everything, no, but usually I take care of myself. And it's funny that he asked me that. He was like, oh, I guess you take care of yourself. And he was just like, you know, just like, yeah, I do. Basically, being an herbalist, I can do that. And that's the thing about, you know, you are so much more empowered when you have the knowledge of self and knowledge of being able to take care of yourself naturally and holistically. And that's kind of, you know, we had this conversation, him and I had this conversation, and it was just like, yeah, that's the way to go, that's the way to be. However, when you have things like an amalgam or mercury filling in your mouth, what are you supposed to do? Like, all the detoxing in the world is not going to get that mercury out of your mouth, okay? So he helped me out. I went into the dentist because I did have some pain in this top left tooth, okay? My molar, one of my molars. I'm going to show you my dental x-rays in a second, but that's the reason why I went. I went to, because I had pain up here in this top molar. And so I told him, you know, it's basically sensitive to sugar, sensitive to cold, sensitive to heat. It's just kind of annoying. So let me make sure you all can hear me. Let me turn this down. I'll turn it off. There we go. And so I had this sensitivity there. Oh, okay. Hey, yeah, naturopath Vanessa Allen. Okay, I'm gonna have to look her up in Bowie, or Bowie as they say. Well, anyway, so I went to the dentist for that, and that's what I wanted him to check. I just wanted, maybe I needed another filling on a different tooth, right? And he was like, let me look at your records. And I had my my dental x-rays sent to him because I had gone to the dentist back in April in North Carolina, and it wasn't a holistic dentist. And so who knows what they did. They you know, the difference, I see the difference between the holistic dentist and a traditional, or a allopathic, I guess, dentist, where I would go to the dentist, and this has been going on for years because I never had a holistic dentist before this. Basically, you go in there, I have this knowledge, I'm asking all these questions, I'm getting 1 and 2 word answers. I'm not getting a conversation with someone that's telling me exactly what's going on with me, showing me the x-rays. He showed me, you know, I could see my x-rays. I had been kind of studying what they look like anyway, because I always ask for my x-rays printed out for me if I get them done. I want my own records and stuff in hand when I leave. So the difference there between the holistic dentist and the allopathic dentist is that I was able to have a conversation with Dr. Victor, and you know, he sat down with me, explained what was going on, he showed me everything, and now I can show you and tell you about some things, okay? That he explained what type of material he was using for the filling, because he was going to take out that mercury filling, or that amalgam filling. And I asked him, what are you going to put in to replace that? And he told me what that is. I'm going to share all of that with you today, okay? So, but one of the biggest things is that, you know, that's the difference sometimes that you get with the holistic approach, is that it may not be holistic. Most of the times you're thinking about, okay, full body. We didn't talk about anything else going on with me or anything like that. We didn't talk about, you know, whatever. But it's still about being comfortable enough to where you feel like you're able to talk with that person, explain to them, because holistic is on the level of understanding, or it should be on the level of everybody's understanding. It's not something that is hidden or secret or too medically complex, okay? Thank you, Terrion, for sharing. Yes, please share this video, everyone. Just click on that video or that button down below. And if you're new to me, let me go back for a second and explain. I'm Jennifer Hutchison Taylor. I'm an herbalist, physiologist, and owner of Your Beauty in Bloom. And I help women to rediscover their true feminine beauty through herbs, through nutrition, and through mindfulness, okay? So I'm explaining to everyone my holistic experience going to the dentist this Friday. And so that's the difference there. You know, when you're talking about holistic health, it's not something that's secret. It's not something that's too medically complex. It's something that you should be able to communicate with any and everyone, because it is a natural way of doing things. And that is what I feel like was the big main point to this experience, going to holistic dentist. Yes, having that mercury filling taken out was such a relief for me, because I would worry about that sometimes. But one of the biggest takeaways is that, you know, understanding now, okay, this is the difference. This is kind of what I want to make sure that I practice and do for my clients and my patients whenever I become a doctor as well and have my own practice, which is coming soon. Because I'm in the Doctor of Chinese Medicine program starting in January. So it's interesting. It's interesting, okay? I regret a sealer on my teeth from a traditional dentist. I'm not sure what you mean, Roxanne. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. Let me show you my teeth. And I'll explain to you exactly he did, or he told me about. Okay, so here's my mouth. This is a full x-ray of my mouth, all right? So y'all get to see all up in there, right? So this is where that amalgam filling was. So that's like my molar here, way in the back. It's kind of hard to see. but you can see the white that's on there. Okay, you see the white. This is a huge filling. Okay, this is a huge filling. You see a little dark spot right here? That's my nerve. All right, you see how close that is to the nerve? Very, very, very close to the nerve. Okay, that is a huge filling that's very close to the nerve. Basically, I went from almost needing a root canal, and I told Dr. Victor that, and I was like, I really don't want a root canal. He's like, no, I am not a fan of root canals. I'm like, thank goodness, because root canals are just not good either. But this is a huge filling, so he had to take all of that out, okay, and be very careful, because he had to also look at the nerve, because the nerve is like really, really close right there. All right, let me show you another close-up. So these are my teeth. These are my teeth. So let's see, where is that one picture? Yeah, I think it's right. Oh, is that it? Yeah, I think it's right here. Yeah, so you see how huge that is? And see how close it is to the nerve right there? I think that's another picture of it. And I'm not sure exactly if these are the right ones. These may be different different angles, but you can see how close it is to that nerve right there. And so what he told me was, and it's really hard to see. Hey, Tanisha. It's really hard to see, actually. There's a little dark spot, or a little dark line that's going around the, hey, Latoya. Yes, I know, it's scary. Look, get them taken out if you can. Go to holistic dentist. Get them taken out. A lot of people do have these mercury fillings, and they're just awful. There's a little dark area. So this is what he was telling me was basically tooth decay that was caused by this mercury filling, this amalgam filling. And so it's causing, my dog wants to play, it's causing a lot of pain. It was causing a lot of pain because it was right up against the nerve. And so he had to go in there and take out this mercury filling. And when he did that, he was like, well, I need to basically get in there first and see if there is some nerve damage here. Because if there was nerve damage, he would have to do something else. I don't know what else. I'm glad there was no nerve damage. So what he did, okay, he did a glass ionomer, okay, glass ionomer filling. So people that were asking about what type of material do you use if you're not going to use mercury filling, composite or whatever. He used a glass ionomer, and I looked this up, and this is basically, let me see, right here. All right, so glass ionomer fillings. Okay, it's a translucent tooth-colored material made of acrylic and fine glass. Like, seriously. Now, some people probably don't want to have glass in their mouth either, but look, I'd rather have glass than some mercury, okay? The glass ionomers can release a small amount of fluoride. Fluoride is not good, but if you have a risk for tooth decay, it can help with that. Okay, we can have another conversation about fluoride later. And it's great for, yeah. So right here, this is the key right here. When the dentist prepares the tooth for a glass ionomer, less tooth structure can be removed. This may result in a smaller filling than that of amalgam. So look, he took that tooth, and basically you saw how huge this filling was, and he was able to use something that's better and that's smaller. And he was saying that basically when you do that, the material that he was actually using was actually more healing and more nurturing, because he used two different types of material. He used the glass ionomer, and he used some other type of composite, like a calcium composite. And you know, calcium is part of, is one of the minerals that makes up your tooth anyway. So it's naturally going to be useful for the tooth to kind of help to regrow and help to stabilize itself. Okay, so that's just amazing, right? Good. If you're just joining me, we're talking about amalgam fillings, mercury fillings. I'm Jennifer Hutchison Taylor of Your Beauty and Bloom. Please share this broadcast. Share this broadcast so people can learn a little bit about what's going on in their mouth, because I know if you, actually, I don't know when, see, this is the understanding that I had. I thought that they didn't do amalgam fillings anymore. I thought back in like maybe 2000 or something, they stopped doing the amalgam fillings, but no. The assistant at the dentist's office was like, no, they still do the mercury fillings, because, you know why they do the mercury fillings? Because the mercury metal is actually, or the element mercury is actually malleable enough. So it's very resilient, but it's also malleable. You know, it's the metal that is fluid, right? It's liquid. So it's malleable enough for you to fit the filling into the space of a tooth, because all the teeth are going to be different shapes, right? So that's why they use those mercury fillings. However, the mercury fillings are neurotoxins, so they should be nowhere in or near your body, especially not in your mouth, and especially not near your brain. I'm going to tell you what he had to do. He put me... I had to wear a full body, like a little coat. He put a little coat on me. I had to wear oxygen mask, okay? I did have an oxygen on just to help relax me. He gave me 2 shots of basically something to numb my tooth, the nerve, and gum, and all of that, okay? Analgesic, all right. He also put a hair net over my head, okay, and he had a special suction. So you know those little white suctions they use? Well, he had the white suction, but he also had a special larger, thicker suction to make sure that all of that material, all of that mercury, was able to flow down and be sucked out, okay, of my mouth, because it's something to play with, seriously. And so he did take all the precautions for that. Now, one thing that, because I'm a kind of a worry wart anyway, but one thing that I noticed was that some of the water was splashing on my face. And I was like, ugh, I don't want the water splashing on my face, because I didn't know. I felt like maybe it was some of the mercury splashing. And then also he had... he told me that one of the reasons why some of the water was actually dripping down my neck a little bit, of course I had my protection on, but if some of the water was dripping down my neck, but he told me, you know, we have to use a lot of water because this is a huge filling. And when you have a big filling like that you're taking out or extracting, you have to use a lot of water. So he was just, like, all this type of stuff is just so... Like, you don't hear that from your dentist, right? Do you hear all this stuff? Maybe you have a really good dentist who's very open with you. That's one thing. But most dentists and most doctors are not going to give you this information that's going to help you help somebody else, or help you understand your mouth and your body even more. That's why holistic health is so important. That's why we are doing what we do, okay, as herbalists, as healers, as practitioners, because we want to educate you and empower you. And I believe that's what he did for me. That's why I'm getting on here and explaining and talking to you about this, showing you the pictures, telling you about my experience, because I want you to embrace the holistic approach. Embrace the holistic approach. Seriously, it will save you. It did not cost me 1 penny more to go to him versus going to a regular dentist. Okay, I'm serious. He charged the same amount. That may be different in your state or wherever you are, but there was no difference there. Okay, and so when you have the opportunity, please take it. Mercury fillings, everybody, a lot of people, probably 80-90% of people have one or have had some in the past, or know someone who does. Okay, and we can talk all about, you know, sugar and how these feelings come about anyway with cavities, but that's a whole nother topic. What we're talking about now is that if you have an issue like this, try your best to get in front of a holistic dentist to have them removed, or use some type of approach. Okay, detoxing is really important because of you have some type of material that's very toxic within your body. Okay, whether you know it or not, it's true. Okay, I want to tell you a little bit about how I feel. A lot of people say, and my fiance told me this too, that when you have your mercury filling removed, you feel better because it kind of weighs you down, especially if you have more than one. Thank goodness I only had one. But if you have more than one, it does weigh you down, okay? It does weigh you down because it's a very heavy metal. It's a heavy metal. It's like lead, okay? It weighs you down emotionally and physically as well. Okay, and that's something to think about too. Hey Stephen, hey Lisa, please share this broadcast with your friends, with your groups, with your pages. I really appreciate that. Give this information to people, they may need it, okay? So I want to tell you what he used really quickly before I get off. He used a glass ionomer filling material, okay? He removed very safely and very effectively the mercury filling. I only had one in my molar, and he told me that that's the reason why I was having so much pain there, is because that mercury filling was causing tooth decay. It was causing tooth decay, and because that tooth decay and that filling was so large and so close to the nerve, it was really causing some problems for my mouth. And so having that removed, it only took maybe 20 minutes for him to remove it. Seriously, it took him about 20, not even 20 minutes. It felt like it was 15 minutes or so to remove it. And I'm going to show you, if you're interested, and if you're in the DC area, I'm going to give you his information again. But just contact me too. But he removed that, replaced it with the glass ionomer and composite filling. Okay, so if you're at your dentist, ask them about these things. Ask them, hey, do you do glass ionomer? And I'll put this if you need the spelling. Do you do glass ionomer fillings instead of the mercury fillings? Hey Danielle. Hey Mayona. Ask them if they do that. If they do, say you want that for your children. Okay? Pause. For your children. Because those are the main ones who are having the cavities and having to have fillings, right? Yes, because I had mine when I was a child as well. I'm 32 years old and I've had it all this time. I don't know what year I got this mercury filling, but that is the majority, right? The cavities come with children, and so we can talk all day about what needs to be done with their diet so they won't have to have the cavities in the first place. That's a preventative thing. But if you are concerned about your child getting a mercury filling or having a mercury filling, ask your dentist if they do glass ionomer fillings, okay? Glass ionomer fillings. So get that replaced, okay? What else did I want to mention? Is there anything else? And just the fact that you're taking back control. You're taking back control, because that's exactly what I feel like he was able to do for me. I'm all in my business when it comes to my health. Of course, that's what I do it for a living too. But for myself, I ask for everything. I ask for my records. I ask for my x-rays. I ask for any and everything because I want to look at it myself. Not that I'm going to understand everything. I showed it to you. I don't know what all these little white things are. I do have some other fillings as well. The ones that you didn't get to see it. But, I do know this is definitely a filling. And look how large and huge that was. So I got all that removed, replaced with something that's healing, that's safe, that's more in line. It's a calcium composite and a glass ionomer filling, more in line with my own tooth, so that my tooth can heal, okay? And so this nerve can heal as well. Did I have some pain? Hey, thank you, Mayona. Thank you, Stephen, for sharing. Did I have some pain after this? Yes. Yes. It wasn't terribly bad, but yes, I could feel the tooth a little bit throbbing because he had to take out all of that. That was a huge filling, right? And it's right close to the nerve as well. All right. So, but I'm glad I got it done. I'm so glad my teeth are looking a lot better. It's so funny to look at your teeth in your mouth. But I'm glad I got that done and got that removed. So I highly recommend doing it, you know, with the regular dentist if they have that option as well. Going to holistic dentist, what you're going to get out of that: empowerment, education, talking. You'll have the language to use to talk with your children as well about this. I'm a huge advocate for generational wellness, talking to your children, because the way that he talked to me, he wasn't talking to me as a patient. He wasn't talking to me as someone who was less than him. You know, when it comes to allopathic doctors and dentists, a lot of times they're going to answer you with one or two words because they think that you don't know what you don't know what they're talking about, or you don't know what they're going to be talking about, right? I've been there. I know what they're talking about half the time because I've taken a lot of the classes that they've taken. But the things, you know, but that's you know, here nor there. A lot of people don't know what they're talking about, and so they assume that, and they restrict information from you. They restrict information from you because of that, because there's a barrier there. And so going to holistic practitioners, going to herbalists, going to holistic dentists, you will get a better response, a better communication, a better experience around your own health, so that you can be empowered to do what you need to do to stay healthy. Okay? I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all for watching. Share this broadcast with your friends and family. Let them know. If you have any questions, I'm going to do my best to answer them. Just remember those few things that I told you, and be empowered with your own health. Take back your health. Don't let anybody just, you know, do things with your body. Take out your gallbladder, take out your thyroid, all these things without you knowing the whole story, or without you at least making a very informed decision. Okay? Don't just assume this and that, or assume that your doctors and dentists are right. Because obviously they're putting mercury fillings in people, and that's wrong. All right? It's just wrong. If you want to learn more information about mercury fillings, Dr. Mercola, M-E-R-C-O-L-A, Dr. Mercola, he has probably 10 articles about it that are has scientific evidence and scientifically backed information on his website about this. I might post a link or two, but if you have questions, let me know. All right? So thanks so much for watching. Please share this broadcast. I'll talk with you all soon. Keep blooming and planting new seeds. Peace.